Good evening and welcome to the first episode of Panther Report News. I'm Breana, Albizu. Just days after her suspension for posting a racial slur on her social media page, former GSU women's player Natalia Martinez has chosen to withdraw from the university. Reporter Andrea Scales has the story.
We don't have any room for those types of people in our campus.
Students at Georgia State are still outraged after student-athlete posted a picture on her private social media account using racial slurs.
I've heard around campus, it was a Finsta that she posted on, so it's kind of like a backup account that people post on, so others don't really, everybody just can't see on, so whatever she posts, she trusts a little circle to post, but somebody actually screenshotted it out and it's gotten out.
I think that she had her own little society where she says these things and it's okay. It's really not, because now that we found out that it's on her fake one, it makes it even worse.
Georgia State is the second largest university in the state and is ranked as one of the most diverse institutions in the country. The athletics department suspended Natalia Martinez for the post and immediately took her name off the official roster.
Girl should have enough sense and knowledge, knowing, you go to a multicultural school that has all types of races and background, and for you to say that and post it and not think about actions and what consequences are going to be, even jeopardize, your soccer career.
You have to take action and stand for the masses rather than just one person. I'm sure she probably meant the colloquial term of that word that's thrown around all the time with minorities. But spelling's very important, and ER is different than A or AH.
Although a lot of students are satisfied with the school's response, some feel that the repercussions were taken too far.
I just don't think that a student should be suspended for using language on her own personal account, regardless of whether she's on the team or not. I mean, plenty of students use all kinds of language anywhere. It's not just representative of the college itself. Unless it was a school post, it shouldn't affect her.
The athletics department does not wish to comment further on this topic. However, Martinez has officially withdrawn from the university. From Panther Report, I'm Andrea Scales.
We have new details on the Georgia State student who was found dead in the Gwinnett County Mall on December 21st. Reporter Imani Patterson spoke to the student's friends who tell us more of who she was as a person.
Over the winter vacation, Georgia State University lost one of their own. The investigation into Leaman's death continues.
Gwinnett Place Mall is considered a ghost town because it doesn't get much business anymore. But no one expected to find a dead body in the food court. According to the police report, a maintenance person was doing a routine inspection on December 21st. The maintenance person said the side door to the subway where they found man was locked. He said when he realized that the door was locked, he jumped over the counter. A dead body that was later identified as man was found. There are many articles regarding Man and her untimely passing, but it seems like many have not gotten the information right.
They would get quotes as if they interviewed people, and I would look at the names and I'm like, I've never seen this person. I know she wouldn't have hung out with them. Even with the police sketch that a lot of that they used did not really look like her at all, and the images that they had access to were of really older photos of her when she was in her maybe tweens.
And the main one was how they said she was a psychology major and she's a nursing major. There was this one particular article that really angered me in a sense, because they mentioned her death, but then they went to go on saying, well, the mall is closing, how can we make it better? They just talked about the mall. They just totally disregarded that a person actually died there. A lot of people could have contacted the police. I feel like if anyone really did know anything, or just any speculations, or just know anything about the case, I feel like they should reach out to the police.
If anyone has information, please contact Gwinnett's Police Department at 770-513-5300. In Gwinnett County, I am Imani Patterson for Panther Report.
Georgia Alliance for Social Justice held a Power to the Polls event last Friday in efforts to push and inspire progressive candidates to vote for women. Reporter Kevin Sanchez attended the event and has more of the details.
For the first year anniversary of the Women's March, the Georgia Alliance for Social Justice is holding Power to the Polls to encourage and empower voters for the 2018 midterm elections.
This is not about having rallies that have the most people, it's about the most votes in the midterm elections.
Atlanta was among several locations across the United States where demonstrators gathered to elect progressive candidates. Speakers from Alyssa Milano to the co-founders of the Women's March, Tamika Mallory and Linda Sarsour, attended in solidarity.
Marching is great, and we need this public visibility of dissent. But marching in of itself is not enough.
Royce Mont, a sophomore in high school, delivered a poem encouraging young voices to be active in social issues.
I'm definitely excited about hopefully inspiring some other people my age who maybe feel that they have to sort of wait to get out there and talk about their own opinions and speak up and show them that the people my age aren't just the leaders of tomorrow, but they also can be the leaders today.
Stations like the #MeToo banner ran by Kelly Hartley were set up to encourage people to speak out against sexual misconduct.
This is an opportunity for those of us to share those experiences or even just sign our banner in solidarity, knowing that we're not alone, that this has happened to others, but also that we're not going to stand for it anymore.
The event also held a social city where organizations like Planned Parenthood Southeast were able to give out information.
Planned Parenthood has been under attack every single day for this entire administration, and we are determined to keep fighting. We've been here for over 100 years, and we're happy to be amongst like-minded people who want to make sure that everybody has access to health care and is able to determine their futures for themselves.
Kirsten Cornet was among the sea of people holding signs at the event and expressed her concern with gerrymandering.
Okay, so this says you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your voters. We're here advocating against ending partisan gerrymandering. So we're just advocating to redraw the state lines, which is up for a Supreme Court case right now.
Others added a twist.
Well, grab them by the vote is a play on grab them by what 45 said a while back, right? That got women motivated to mobilize. So grab them by the vote for me means that we all have to show up at midterms and we have to take back control of our politics in this country.
Mothers such as Nancy Harder brought their daughters in hopes to inspire them in the future.
I didn't want my kids to ask me one day, what did I do when all of this injustice is going on? I want them to know that they were with me and that we stood up and we did what we could and we're not going to give up.
The event even drew in former Democratic nominee John Ossoff to talk about the importance of showing up to the polls.
For young people, it's our future. And the decisions that the folks in power right now are making are going to impact us more than they impact anybody. So if we don't stand up and make our voices heard and make sure that we're influencing policy and politicians and getting involved in elections, then we're going to lose control of our own future.
The event closed with a phone call by U.S. House Representative John Lewis, leaving the crowd clamoring for more.
So I close by saying, go in peace. Register hundreds and thousands of voters all across the state of Georgia and all across our nation and elect a new breed of elected officials.
Even though the event has come to an end, the Georgia Alliance for Social Justice encourages citizens to remain active for the midterm elections. From the Bakery Atlanta, I'm Kevin Sanchez for Panther Report.
For those of us students who are up all night studying in the library, well, we finally have some good news. The library plans to reveal its new master plan for Library North and South. Library officials say they plan to have new spaces and a learning space that meets the needs of every student.
The library is really a platform for people from different disciplines to come together, share ideas. Spaces like the Global Studio will facilitate those sorts of conversations.
Many students on college campuses tend to exercise their rights to freedom of speech. Not all Georgia State students agree that everything should be allowed on campus. The Dean of Students, Daryl Holloman, says as a university, we are not to censor any material that is displayed on our campus.
Being a state-funded institution, we embrace freedom of speech, and we're not to censor, or we're not in the business of censoring materials that come to campus.
Thank you for tuning in. We hope to see you next Friday with another episode of Pantherport News. In the meantime, feel free to follow us on Twitter at Panther_report and subscribe to our YouTube channel at GSTV Panther Report. Have a good weekend.